Howdy, I'm Charlie Simons, your host here on Do Not Talk. Talk about two things you're never supposed to talk about: politics and religion. Talking to all the people you're not supposed to talk to. Oh, nobody talks to them, Charlie. Oh, you're going to get in trouble. Oh, your own party's going to get mad at you if you put on another J6er. Oh, shut up. Shut up. I'm not living my life to please my party, for heaven's sake. Good Lord. My own Republican Party sucks at dealing with the media. Just going to throw that out there right now. I'm going to also throw this out there because I am a dyed-in-the-wool, absolute, constitutional, God, family, country conservative. Period. Nothing's going to change that. I'm going to stay in the Republican Party merely because of two things in particular: their platform, which says they're pro-life, period, and they're pro-traditional marriage. Those are godly principles. Those are godly things, and I base my voting on godly principles. I look for candidates who aren't afraid to talk about God. They're the ones who I'm voting for. Oftentimes they don't win, but I try to help them. I try to promote them because I believe we need more of that, not less. We need more God in our government, not less. Separation of church and state thing is a lie. Completely. Seriously. Look it up. It's a lie. There is no such thing in the U.S. Constitution, but nobody knows that because they don't read the Constitution. The media has just lied to you time and time again for decades. And I know, I've been in the media my entire life. During the COVID shutdown is when I started this podcast, and I decided I was going to talk about two things everyone says you're not supposed to talk about: politics and religion. And I have met some of the most amazing people. And then I find out when I start talking about my frustrations with my own California Republican Party. I'm not saying the whole party in general, just in California, I see a tremendous amount of infiltration. I see a lot of dirty dealings. I got denied a press pass at the last California Republican convention down in San Diego. They denied me a press pass. And the guy who approved those and disapproved those, I confronted him, slinked away. Matt, shoot that hoop, shoot that hoop, shoot that hoop, that hoop, that hoop. And it was actually kind of funny to watch him really slink away. What a absolute rodent. And I hate seeing that in my own California Republican Party. I hate seeing people like that in my Republican Party. I want some straightforward, strap on a set and have some guts, for heaven's sake. We had a great Marine running for treasurer. His name is David Serpa. They were all livid over him and up in arms and telling people you couldn't even show up with a T-shirt that says Christ is King. Well, Christ is King. Jesus Christ is King with a capital K. But because some, what's the guy's name? Nick Fuentes. Didn't even know him. Didn't know who he was. Some podcast goofball idiot, anti-Israel, anti-Jew. I'm a conservative, so you can trust me kind of clowns. I know now. Didn't know at the time. But I guess that's one of his things. Christ is King. And so anybody who was going to show up with a Christ is King shirt was going to be removed. That's the email I got. And I'm a delegate of the California State Republican Party. Voting delegate. So I was all excited because David Serpa is a former Marine, combat Marine, and gutsy as heck. Not afraid to say what's right. Stands up. There's just a whole lot of Karens in the CAGOP now. A whole lot of Karens and Kevins. That's the male counterpart. Or maybe I should call them Karens and let's see, for men, male Karens and Marins. That's it. That's all I'll call them, Marins. That's it. That's the new word. Karens and Marins polluting the California Republican Party. And you got the log cabin Republicans coming in and going, we're gay and we want special rights. And you're going to change your charter. We're not going to have any more about pro-traditional marriage. Nuh-uh, that's got to go. I've been fighting against them with that for about 2 years now. They've been trying to change the charter of the California Republican Party. and they have money. That group has a lot of money. And that's what seems to be all the California Republican Party is interested in. Now, I may be going down a path that my guest doesn't really want to cover. I don't know. And if she feels uncomfortable with it, I'll quit. I'll quit just because I like her so much. And her name is Lonnie. And her last name is, everybody called her Kane because it's spelled Kane. But then she confided to me later, it's actually pronounced Connie. Your name is Lonnie Connie? That's classic. Okay. Sounds very Hawaiian. Well, yeah, I'm Hawaiian. Oh, okay. Well, that'd be why. You're going to like her. And what I really love about her the most is how much she supports veterans. And I'm a military guy. I just admire that. She's got an event coming up in October that I want to invite you to. And it's not just for veterans, it's for all of us. But if you love the military and you want to show up to show your support and also have a great evening and a great time doing it and meet some of the best people you'll ever meet in your life, it's happening in early October. I'll tell you all about that. And there's a conference call happening for, or actually, I don't want to make it sound like it's just for veterans. Well, I'll let her tell you about it. It's a conference call, though, but it's with Steve Hilton, who's running for governor of California, and I pray that he wins. So let's get her in the mix. Lonnie Connie, Do Not Talk. Ready? Hit it. Hello, my friend.
Hi, Charlie. How are you?
I'm borderline amazing. You sure look awesome. I hope you feel as good as you look.
Thank you. I do. It's been a good year for me. I haven't gotten hurt or in the hospital. So
I haven't gotten hurt or in the hospital. You took a pretty bad fall last year and wound up with a blood clot thing going on. You almost lost your leg, for heaven's sake. That would suck. Yes. So I'm glad that the doctors and whomever was able to fix it and make things right again. And you're walking around, no problems, no residuals.
A little bit, and my leg looks pretty bad. But you know what? I'm just blessed that God, bad things happen in life. But when you're aligned with God, He will direct you to the people to correct it. And so I had an amazing surgeon actually walk in and say, "Who did that to your leg?" And he admitted me right then and there. And so, 3 surgeries later and 18 days in the hospital, and I can walk. So I'm happy.
18 days. Oh,
yeah. Yeah. So,
can you still hula?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, I can.
Isn't that the most important thing?
Yeah.
So it can be culturally appropriate.
Yeah. That's the fight.
So about the president, before we get to 2 things. One, what I was just saying about my own Republican Party, our own Republican Party at the very beginning. Are you uncomfortable with what I said?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm tired of it.
Good. And the other thing is your last name.
Well, yes. So
here's what I've learned. Here's why I bring it up. I'm now a country music DJ on a country music radio station on Maui.
What?
And yes, there's a country station on Maui. It's called Kix 95.1 FM, KIX. And I've been there for, like a year now. And it's been hilarious trying to learn how to pronounce these dad blame names. And there's some things that are automatic, and this is how it's always pronounced because they do their vowels differently and the consonants have this sound and so on. So I'm trying to absorb all this, and I'm a good old boy from Bakersfield. All right.
Okay.
I'm your typical showing up in Bermuda shorts and a t-shirt and the goofy hat. And look, I got laid when they put the flowers around your neck. I'd be that idiot if I didn't work hard not to be that idiot. And I'm trying to pronounce these names all the time. And some of them I've literally just given up. And I just say, I'm going to preface this before I tell you about it, that I am a Howley. Yes, that's what I am. So if I don't say any of these names right, please forgive me. And it's been funny trying to pronounce these names. So Lonnie, Lani, should be Lanai, because most of the vowels are always the long vowels. I. If it's I, you pronounce it I. And Kane, Kane, is Kani. So Lanai Kani actually would be your Hawaiian pronunciation, wouldn't it?
No, I have to confess something. So that's not my real name. So I know I abbreviate my name. So my real name is Mahealani Kane, and Kane was also shortened because my real last name then was Kane Paha. And so my grandfather shortened it, thank God, because I don't know if I could go around life with that long name in the mainland.
That is hardcore traditional stuff right there. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I'll just call you Lonnie.
Thank you.
Although I like Lanai. That sounds kind of cool. Huh?
I do too.
Okay. All right, Lanai. Anyway, off of us and on to this event that you have coming up that I am just really, really happy that you're doing. It's in early October.
It is going to help us with our holiday program. So I've been a board member, the secretary treasurer for the Veterans Affiliated Council that was started in 1921 by Governor Hiram Johnson. And they are an organization that umbrellas 67 other organizations throughout the state of California. And we advocate for legislation. And then we do have programs that assist veterans. And one of them is our holiday program. And so we buy food, necessities, and toys for veteran and active military throughout the state of California. And last year we handed those items out in Los Angeles, Central Valley, and the Central Valley, Sacramento. And then we also help, we have members in San Francisco and up in Redding and San Diego. So this is a big thing that we do every year. And the commander, William Franco, he is a big kid advocate. And so his mother was a single military migrant farm worker. And so they had a lot of hardship he had a lot of hardship growing up. And so it's a very big deal for him to make sure that our veterans and active military families have a great Christmas. And so
that is one of the best things, most things I love the most about our military is it's a great equalizer.
Yeah.
Because people talk about racial divides and stereotypes and so on and so forth. And in the military, at least in my experience of it, there is none of that.
Yes.
You all train together as a unit and you're going to grow together. You're going to better yourselves together. And that's that.
Yeah.
You're just going to. There's no whining. There's no excusing yourself. There's no, oh, poor me. It becomes all about the unit and protecting the unit and the guys that you're training with. And I got your six is a very common phrase. I've got your back. It's a six. See, it looks like that. Somebody's sitting, you got their back. That's where that comes from. So I got your six. And and I love that. The camaraderie, but also the cohesiveness of bringing people together who normally in the outside world probably never would have even talked to each other.
Yeah, it is true. And
we become lifelong friends. The fact that you said he was a colonel?
No, it's funny. So what I love about the VAC, the Veterans Affiliated Council, is that they allow civilians to be on their board. So they have a military side and a civilian side. And out of everybody in the organization, the commander and I think we are the only civilians. Everybody else is a veteran. And so, we're passionate. I'm passionate about veterans because my family has served for 100 years. And so I grew up, you respect the flag. I've been helping veterans literally since I've been about 12 years old. I used to volunteer my time at the VA. My mother retired from the VA. She was the chief of orthopedic surgeon. And every summer she said, you get up, you're coming to work with me. And I did. I learned a lot. And actually it helped me get my first real job because I could put that down as an actual, job experience.
Sure.
But what I learned,
it is.
It is what I learned because we used to play volleyball every day after work. The camaraderie the teamwork of making sure that your team wins, the joking, being able to joke and, kid around with each other and then still have that love amongst each other, and so I learned a lot from the veterans that I actually played volleyball with when I was a kid. And those are the best memories I've had. I mean, I just have the best memories of that. So
I love that. That's awesome. And if you're thinking that, you're a civilian, so you're excluded and the veterans don't include you in things and they don't want you around for things, I will remind you of this. We swore an oath to protect you.
Yes.
And we don't know you, but we swore our oath to protect you because you're a fellow American and to protect the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You're in the club. You're in our world as a civilian or just a veteran. So keep that in mind if you're thinking, well, I don't want to go to something like this because there's going to be a bunch of vets. Are they showing up in uniform, by the way, when they go to these things? Some of them, they're dressed blues and so on.
Yes, and General Hipwell, he's part of our organization, and I love him because he's actually going to the events and he's dressing how they used to dress back in the 1800s. And
1800s.
Yes. And so I know.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that he wears his costume. So.
Wow. Well, don't ever call it a costume in front of him. It's always a uniform.
It's military uniform. You're right.
So that's October 7th. And here's what I really love about it. It's going to be here in my area in Sacramento at the VFW Hall.
Yes. And so,
and only $50 per person. And that includes dinner, fellowship, and entertainment. I don't know who you have for entertainment. It says to be announced soon, but you got raffles, you got auctions, you got door prizes. So shoot, you're going to win back your $50 easily and get a great dinner out of it and an excellent evening that you'll be talking about for a long time. Yes. Civilians and military, everyone invited. So where do we go to get information and tickets on this? I see a QR code there.
There's a QR code and also our website, which is listed there, calvat.org. And I do have tickets on Eventbrite too. And so 3 different ways to get tickets. You can use our Square, which is on our website, Eventbrite. And we also use Zelle. So, and my
good. Okay.
Yeah. And, we just secured the entertainment. So we are having a comedy show.
Oh, really? Who'd you get?
You know what? Commander Franco got them, so I'm not quite sure, and I have to redo the flyer and add them to it. So we just secured that.
So it's Calvac, CALVACE.org, right?
No E, just CALVAC.org.
Did I say E? If I did, I sure didn't mean to.
Yes.
Because I just looked it up there.
Yes, that's it.
That's what it looks like right there. Okay.
Yes.
CALVAC.org. Oh, and you do toys for Christmas, like the Marines Toys for Tots. I love that. That's excellent.
Yes. And then we also have a big event in San Francisco. Like I said, we have members out there. We're having a 9/11, the 7th annual 9/11 golf tournament. And so we'll be celebrating 25 years out there. We partnered with Tuesday's Promise, and they used to be Tuesday's Children. They helped all the 9/11 children, but now they've expanded to military and to veterans. And so they help with mental health and, necessities for your loved ones that passed,
Now this golf tournament, it's in the city. So is it at the Presidio?
It's going to be in Burlingame at Crystal Springs.
Okay.
Yes. The flyer is on our website. And so we welcome everybody to join us. It's a fun event. And we'll have a military flyover, and the fire department will be out there.
Man, that's a kick. Good job.
We have some really great auction and raffle prizes. So, and all of that money, we do split it with Tuesday's Promise, but all of the money from that will also go to our holiday program. So, we'll help veterans.
You're doing great work. This is above and beyond for people who go above and beyond. I have nothing but admiration for those who serve, and that was long before I ever got involved in
Yeah.
Actually got involved with the military myself, but there were so many years. I just have, they're, I hold them to a higher standard.
Yeah.
And that they now it's been an all volunteer military fighting force for decades now.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jimmy Carter. But these people are, despite what benefits they might get, it's always prefaced with if they survive.
Yeah.
So yes, they get VA benefits, Veterans Administration benefits, medical benefits, and you get a nice little boost in your retirement, and so on, depending on what grade and rank that you were able to attain during your career in the military. But these people signed, yes, I'm willing to die for people I don't even know, for my country.
Yeah.
Even if they're just like helicopter mechanics, even if they're just in administration, we all swear the same oath.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all swear the same oath. So I just hold them to I think they're better people. I think they're better people than the rest of us.
I have to tell you, I'm grateful because we live in a country that still allows us to have our opinion and freedom of choice and freedom to express that opinion, and I'll always hold that dear because
that we have that because we have people who are willing to fight for that.
Yes. Yes.
I love this. I'm so glad you're doing this. Now let's talk about another thing you have coming up, and that's tomorrow, Wednesday, yes. August 26th. Oops, wrong thing. What did I do? Excuse me, I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
There it is. Join Steve Hilton's Veteran Coalition statewide Zoom meeting. This is at 7:00 tomorrow, August 26th. And Steve Hilton's going to be hosting this with the California Veterans, the CalVac. And there's your email address right down there. Contact Lonnie Connie. And your phone number there, LonnieConnie26@gmail.com, LANIKANE 26@gmail.com, right?
That's correct. But
if you want, you got to get the link. Is why I want you to write down this email address. And there's a couple of email addresses. You got a Colonel there too.
Yes.
You can contact to get that link, right? Or no, there's the link right there on the flyer, isn't it? Under location.
And I thought I made it clickable, but it's not. And I apologize. That's not my specialty, but I can text it to you, text the link, email. It is all over Facebook and social media. And one thing I have to do correct is that Steve Hilton will not be on the call.
Okay.
He will be at the state capitol tomorrow for the Nick Shirley event.
Are you going to be there?
Yes, I am.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
Right. But I will have Steve's campaign director, who is also a Marine. And so he will be.
Also, what?
He is also a Marine.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that.
2 people on his campaign, they're military. And so I was asked to help coordinate it in Los Angeles. But, Charlie, I have a lot of contacts throughout the state. And so I asked, well, who's the state director for the Veteran Coalition? And they connected me to Rob, Colonel Rob. And we met last week. Really great guy. He'll be at the Capitol too. I'll introduce you tomorrow.
Please do. I'd love that.
Yeah. And so, the first time we met, we spent about 3 hours together and we just were on the same page about everything. And so we're just moving forward. This call is to introduce a campaign to, I want to go over the legislation that is actually in the hopper right now. Legislation that did not make it out, and, strategize and get a form of getting the vote out for the veterans throughout the state. And then my goal is to I'm going to have a town hall with Steve Hilton next month in September. But my ultimate goal, and I'll have to do this under the Veterans Affiliated Council, is to have a governor's forum between Hilton and Becerra. That's what I'm aiming for. And that will be directly.
Good luck. Good luck with that. They are pulling the classic Joe Biden technique of keep them locked in the basement, don't get in front of a camera, let him smile and wave, and let three things coast for him. One, that he was lucky enough to get appointed to some kind of federal position from California, so he's got a little more name recognition. His name sounds Hispanic, even though he's not. He's Filipino. And with millions of illegals voting in California, that carries tremendous weight. He's got the right skin color, because that'll get you elected in California. I wish I were making that up, but no, people will vote and just for him, just for that reason.
Right.
This is Now, as a media guy, I talk demographics. I talk about trends, marketing trends, and what an audience does and what they've done in the past. And you look at all that, decide where you want to go with advertising.
Yes.
Which is why I said when he first announced, or whomever announced for him, he was going to be running for California state governor. And already they were all talking about Karen Porter, Katie Porter, Eric Swalwell. These are huge. Even Kamala Harris might be running for governor. This is all exciting for the Democrat Party. And then Javier Becerra goes, I'm going to run. And I said then on the air, you're looking at California's next governor. Yeah. Unless some miraculous thing happens, because nothing's been done about all the cheating in place in this state. Yeah. And I was all about Chad Bianco, but he did not win the primary because we did not show up. But Steve Hilton is now my guy, period.
You know what?
I had this discussion with some people the other day, Lonnie, and they were going, I won't vote for somebody because he's not from here. He's not a Native American. Did you vote for Arnold Schwarzenegger? Well, did you vote for Arnold Schwarzenegger? Why was he okay to vote for him, who's not originally from the U.S., but you're not going to vote for Steve Hilton? That sounds like that's something a 12-year-old would say. Dang, you sound stupid right now. And I've heard so many of my fellow Republicans say that crap. Yeah. Well, his wife works for, the Silicon Valley and so on and so forth. Well, I'm not electing his wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's wife was a Kennedy. A flaming lefty, but you still rush to the polls to vote for Arnold Schwarzenegger because he was all shiny. What's the difference?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Charlie, because I have gotten pushback too. And
it's been weird, actually.
Yeah. But, this is like I told you. So the Secret Service Marine that, dragged me into politics, literally dragged me into it, Charlie. I'm not kidding you. He told me, 51% is still a win. And I'm going to tell you, you're never going to align yourself 100% with anybody unless you're a Christian and you're with God. That's it.
Amen.
Right?
Amen. The rule book is spelled out very nicely there for us. Yes.
But I'm going to tell you, I'm 200% against Becerra. So 51%, if we get Steve Hilton in, is still a win for us. And there's a lot of veteran issues. And you know what? I'm so encouraged because I'm getting calls from people out of the state of California that are veterans that are promoting that flyer to veterans they know in California. Yeah.
Are you talking about the Steve Hilton one or your event coming up in October?
Steve Hilton. Yeah. Veterans outside of California are calling me. And so that tells me there's a big momentum that the veterans are feeling. They want to be heard. They want an advocate because they do not have one in California. Yeah.
You told me something because you're working on the Hilton campaign now, and I think that's a brilliant choice on their part. You told me that there were several veterans who he has on staff now working with him, and hopefully, when he wins, Lord willing, they will continue working with him because it's the smartest thing you can do is hire a veteran to do something for you. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I agree. So
I love that.
Yeah. So, this call, and I want people to be aware of anybody that is a veteran supporter, children of veterans, they're welcome on this call. But we are strictly going to be talking about veteran issues. Veteran issues. So there's a lot of issues through the state of California that we could be addressing, but that's not this call. This is strictly for our veterans. And I do have legislation that I want to go over with them. And it's funny because veterans are calling me and telling me, hey, we're having a problem with this. And one veteran called me and told me about the hospice crisis through the veterans. And so I thought, I'm glad this is a collaboration.
I'm sorry, a what? A hostage crisis? What do you mean?
Hospice, how hospice is. Yeah. So heard some really sad stories about what was going on with hospice and our veteran hospitals, not the VA, but like the one in Yountville and things like that. So there's some issues there.
That's kind of rampant, it seems like now in retirement homes and hospice care that used to have a lot of people who really cared.
Yeah.
Right. Now you don't. I think a lot of that because the people who really cared and loved their jobs and loved people, they got fired during the whole COVID shutdown because they refused to take the shot.
Probably, yeah.
A lot of them. Same with teachers. Oh, teachers are basically good. No, shut up. Stop saying that. They all got fired.
Yeah.
Those are not the people teaching your kids now. Those are not the people taking care of your elderly anymore.
It's true. So I'm excited.
They got fired during COVID.
Yeah, I'm excited. I feel the momentum to the state of California. There's 1.7 million veterans in California. I mean, we have the biggest veteran population here, and I'm real excited. And I was actually surprised that I was asked to help with the campaign in that aspect. So,
why?
I don't know. I don't know. I just was. So I was grateful that they asked me to join, because I do care about veterans. I'm very passionate about it. And I want to see Steve Hilton win. And I want I want the Republicans to get out and vote. And so, everybody knows I'm a California Republican state delegate. I became the president of the Republican Women's Federated down in Los Angeles. And so I am starting now. We're working with the California CAGOP with their postcard program for the Senate seats and Jeff Gonzalez, Assemblymember Jeff Gonzalez, to get him and keep him in his seat, the postcard campaign. Because most of my women, they're elderly and, they're not adept to working the phones through that app, but they all can write. And they're all willing to.
So, that's cool. Oh, good. It's been, I don't remember the last time I actually received a postcard. That'd be kind of refreshing. I love that.
Yeah. And so we will work with them and put out the statewide postcards for the Senate seats, because we only have 4 Senate seats to flip. And then for our local candidates, I started the thank you campaign. And so I pitched it to my board, and the thank you campaign is a postcard that just says thank you, because I don't want them to throw it away. I don't want anything on there that has anything that would be, just chuck. Thank you. What am I thinking? What do you think? What am I getting thank you for? And you flip it around. It's like, thank you for going out and voting, reminding them to vote, because Republicans don't go out and vote.
No, we suck. We suck at showing up for midterms and primaries. And then the big election will show up and we'll vote for president and maybe vice president. Well, it's usually a ticket or maybe something else. And other than that, we'll leave the whole rest of the ticket unmarked.
Yeah.
Believe me, those votes are turned and used against you. Trust me on this.
Yeah.
So please stop doing that. Please pay attention. We need you this coming November more than ever in California, at least. This is a vital, integral, important election. We have to show up. Register to vote.ca.gov. If you're not registered yet, register to vote.ca.gov. I got to go, my friend. I'm sure you do too. But one more time, the call is tomorrow. That's Wednesday, August 26th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Give your phone number out for anybody who's not watching. They're just listening. Give it out a couple of times, would you? And text Lonnie, and she'll get you the Zoom link so you can join us on this call tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Yes. And
what's your number?
707-349-5457. That's 707-349-5457.
Okay, that's to join us on the Zoom call tomorrow. And October, look at this. Don't miss this. And it's only $50, and you get to hang with a bunch of vets, and some of them will be showing up in their pinks and greens and their dress blues. and only $50 for a great dinner and entertainment at the VFW Hall in Sacramento. And where do we go to get tickets for that?
At our website, which is listed on the flyer, and also Eventbrite. We do have it listed on Eventbrite.
Eventbrite under what name?
The 250 under the Veterans Affiliated Council.
Veterans Affiliated Council. Okay. And that's the VAC. And your website is calvac.org, calvac.org.
Correct.
Oh man, you're a treasure. From the moment I've met you, I've just been so impressed with you. Thank you, my friend. You have an extraordinary day, and I'll see you tomorrow at the Capitol building. See you tomorrow night on that conference call, and hopefully, Lord willing, I'll see you in October at that dance and dinner.
Thank you, Charlie, for everything you do. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us. And you want to share this show, please do. Please share this like crazy with everybody. Share it on your social media so we can get the word out about what's going on. First of all, in California politics with the governor's race and our veterans and how you can be involved. It's invaluable. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America. Most importantly, though, America bless God.